Well, hello everyone. And now that I've finally been able to see my very insightful, whole, thought-provoking, heartwarming, hilarious sequel, oh, now it's time to talk about a movie which looks like it will be much more absurd and even sillier, but still a bit as enjoyable under the right circumstances. So, here's a discussion on the upcoming third and final Venom movie, Venom: The Last Dance, and which will be released in theaters this October, about 4 months from now, unless something changes again. So let's begin. The film still sees Eddie Brock and the Venom symbiote, played by Tom Hardy in dual role, oh, on the run with the authorities the world over, for as he they're forced to come to a potential end of their journey with full-on symbiote invasion and of other aliens from the Venom's homeworld, and even though it's been a long, strange trip over the last 6 years on and off screen, not just for this subline, but also the whole bizarre experiment of like the Sony Spider-Man universe, as in how can we legally connect these to Spider-Man without actually showing the character on screen, and especially with the I don't think this movie will be as much of a hilarious mess as Madam Web or Morbius are, because at the very least, Venom is a character both on screen and on the comics page that has been proven he has like the pull to carry a movie most on his shoulders, who's eating people that want to do them harm, and also just having like a rough around the edges commentator. Like I said, Eddie, he may be a like how do I put this in advertiser friendly terms? I just mean he may be a big mook, but he's our big mook. Let's just say that much. The film also marks the debut of director Kelly Marcel, who is a name I'm not entirely familiar with compared to Ben Fleischer or Andy Serkis, but I am curious to see what Marcel brings to the table. Some of these include like encountering in the convenience store her clerk Jen in Vegas, and also a symbiote horseback ride. That looks absolutely absurd, and I think I'm gonna enjoy myself here. And as for Chiwetel Ejiofor, who may or may not be playing a different variant of Mordo, which not only further murkies the timeline about which universe is actually in anyway, hey, but I will say, that it's not going to surprise me at all if Sony when he just decides to sell and or give the rights to some of the characters so not starts back to Marvel, like with Morbius or Madam Web. I mean, the jury's still out about Craven, and even as someone who has more familiarity and affection with that character, or I would not surprise me if they delayed that's movie again, or just said fudge it and just said sell the rights to streaming service as well. I mean, all since they've taken some creative license, but even Insomniac was able to make the character work. So, I go either way at this age, and especially that whole other one's gonna be out for another day. And also interesting usage of David Bowie's Space Oddity, but given the subject matter and this may very well be the finale of this character's variant, even at least in this timeline, I could see. I would have personally gone with Donald Summer's Last Dance, and at least to appeal to the more absurd aspects of the movie that I'm already seeing based on the previous one as well. I mean, even with the current lack of clarity surrounding the whole genre fatigue. I mean, some people are experiencing. I can understand it's not just like a quality issue, but a quantity one as well, which is why my three favorite ones in the subgenre last year were the ones that really justified their existence the most. Those being Guardians Volume 3, Mutant Mayhem, and Across the Spider Verse. I mean, or so. And while Marvel and DC have likely tried to alleviate this by just having one movie piece on the marquee in both the most recent Deadpool and Joker follow-ups, Sony is still charging full steam ahead, like it's like the Wild West of 2000s craze, where everyone, their mother and their dog was buying up whatever comics they could find to make movies out of, which always interesting to see how they've undergone similar kind of journeys to the comics themselves. Oh, so I've also noticed these ones like how, especially after when I was growing up, like the ones after the effects, like the Tim Burton version of Batman, Happy Belated 35th to that one, and the 1990 Ninja Turtles, and how many other ones came out of that. And not just theirs, but the sequels either. Anyway, I'll be off for now. I'm going to be putting up most of the Journeys vlogs with my fathers, and I will definitely give you out this movie when it comes out this October. So, take care, everyone.